President of the Bermuda Cricket Board, Lloyd Smith, you're recently back from ICC America's meetings in the Caribbean, also watching the Women's World Cup final. But out of the meetings, what significant can we see for Bermuda?
Well, the main thing of the meeting was the actual global strategy for ICC in the region. You know, looking to improve women's cricket. And as you see, I got to share one of the mayor program that we ran just coming up to the Women's World Cup. So that was one of the most important things for the ICC Americas region this year, was to improve the women's participation in our region. Coming up, you know, as everybody knows, we have the new structure for the pathway to World Cup. So that was a major talk at our conference, as well as the global strategy for not just Americas, but the global strategy for cricket. You know, ICC is actually putting together an actual global strategy for cricket, not just a global strategy for ICC cricket. So that was the topics that was on in the conference.
One of the concerns that we would have in this region is the demise of cricket from our parent, which is the West Indies, to right down to where we sit. Was there any talk about this region and the kind of demise of this game itself for the Americas region?
It's funny you asked that. Actually, I would say the informal conversations, the conversations outside of conference, is actually the Americas region actually trying to get together and create an Americas association, outside of ICC, hoping that we could develop a more strategic plan for our region, you know, and also have some more competition. So looking to in 2019 is actually trying to see if we could put a six-team T20 tournament together for the Americas region to be played in Florida, you know, so that we can have much more competition in our region, especially with the new standards, the new T20 rankings coming out in January. To keep those T20 rankings going, you have to play at least five T20 matches per year to stay in the rankings. So hopefully if we can put together America's regional tournament, then we can get those 5 T20 games played all at one time, so it doesn't stress out the team trying to fly all over the place and play games.
There's the T10 that has emerged in Bangladesh. The IOC have also been talking about that. That's a way for countries to get into the Olympics. That talk has already been going around as a step forward to the next level of cricket being an Olympic sport. Were there any talks of the T10 in your early discussions in the Americas?
No, it wasn't no talk of T10. Still, that is one of the ways ICC is looking of trying to get cricket into the Olympics. Actually, the talks in our region was the Pan Am Games. CWI, the West Indies are actually really pushing to get the Americas region into the Pan Am Games. So in 2019, we have a discussion with the Pan Am's committee in reference of getting us involved in the next Pan Am Games after this one. The problem is that we need 16 registered countries that are registered with the Olympic Association. Right now we only have 12, so we need 4 more countries to actually get registered with the Olympic Associations so that we can actually put a good bid in to be a part.
I know Birmingham would welcome that because they have it in 2022. So they're the ones that are really pushing to invite, to have actually Commonwealth Games.
Yes, the women's been included in the Commonwealth Games for Birmingham.
Right, so now you're looking at possibly men in Pan Am. So we'll look forward to what develops come next year after that meeting. But looking at 2019 on a domestic level, how are things shaping up?
Well, on a domestic level, things are shaping up good, but still trying to keep the same formats going as open cricket, 50 overs, and T20. But looking as a country looking to host the next round of T20 qualifiers in September. So hopefully that our domestic season will line right up with actually the qualifiers that's coming up in September. If you know, like I said, right now we are still on the back burner, still waiting to see what's actually going to happen with the pathway to the World Cup. We're waiting on the actual League Two to finish in April to find out who's the other two teams that's going to drop down into our structure, and then from there figuring out exactly where the next steps go, because we're running out of time. If basically 2 years left before the next World Cup, so we're kind of running out of time on getting these 15 games that we will have to play done. So
when will we find out if we are the host of the T20 next year?
Well, I'm hoping that we could find out before January. I could actually really just got off a conference call with Islandstats Americas over some last little details that they require. So hopefully in the next couple of weeks we'll be able to find out if we're hosting the T20 qualifiers in September.